20 years ago, he would have had him in the back of a car and he'd be kicking his teeth in somewhere, throwing him out on the side of the road. Now, we got young colored folk with ski masks walking around with masks trying to press the line and gain rights. What kind of a world is this?
Now, he's been screaming and hollering for you anyway. Says he knows you. That's what he said. He won't take his mask down. He won't tell me who he is.
Is your buddy Kim on?
It is.
Sergeant Myers. What am I doing in
You know his?
I'm familiar with him. I don't remember your name right off my head, but
What am I doing in cuffs?
well, he detained you for his investigation.
He couldn't tell me what crime I committed.
You failed to comply with a lawful order. I done told you.
What crime
I
have
told
I
you
committed?
to get moving, and I
What-
told you to identify yourself.
What crime have I committed?
I just told you.
Before you were here on the scene, what crime have I committed?
None. Until
Okay,
you,
so why do I have to ID myself?
because I gave you a lawful order to do so,
I have
because
not
I'm investigating
committed
on why you're standing out here in front.
You cannot articulate what crime I
Okay, all right.
committed.
Yeah.
All right, let me get the.
He can't articulate.
Okay. Yeah. The sergeant, he sees where this is going. He sees that his LEO is in the wrong here. And I haven't seen this, but just off the observation here of him intervening, it seems that he knows where this is headed. It seems that he's familiar with this auditor, and it seems that he's wanting to avoid something that's getting ready to become something here. Let's see if he can train his officer here and tell him the truth and the facts of how he's supposed to conduct himself.
Once you tell me who you are, you're going.
That is the. I can figure his name out.
Because what he was doing, he was standing. He wasn't breaking any laws by being on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him. I said, "Hey, you've got people in here nervous. Would you mind stepping down the road for me?"
So what if they're nervous?
He goes, "Am I on a public easement?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Why is your fucking gloves on?" I said, "I wear them all the time when I deal with people." And he goes, "Well, I ain't fucking moving."
Actually, oh my God, he never said, "Why is your effing gloves on?" He never said, "I'm not effing moving" either. Like, why are you overselling it, dude? What is the matter with you? He's got no honor or integrity or ethics. Seriously.
I said, "I'm giving you an order to get you stepping and identify yourself."
Yeah, that's about the only honest thing he said, is that I said, "I'm giving you an order."
And pull your mask down. Fuck you, I ain't gonna do that either. I said, "Okay, if you're not gonna
No, man, what a demon.
identify yourself, you're going back in my car until you identify yourself." But he wasn't breaking any laws. He's allowed to film all day long.
Mm-hmm.
So explain this to me, how you can be in your own body as a man, as a 3-decade deep law enforcement officer who took an oath to uphold the U.S. Constitution. You can say out of your own mouth that you detained a man and he hasn't broken any laws. And you're okay with saying that out of your own mouth.
Did they ever tell him to leave or anything? Or was he ever on?
They're saying he was on the grass. Wolf's double checking, because if he was on this portion of the grass, that's technically theirs. That portion's not. Like I said, when I got here, he was standing on the sidewalk filming, which he's allowed to do.